Hey everybody, it's Wes from Fundamental Games here to bring you another Fun in 5. And today's game is Unbroken. I backed this game quite a while ago on Kickstarter, a couple years ago, and despite some controversy that it went through with Golden Bell, the game itself is actually pretty fun. And it's a solo game, so I really get a chance to play it as much as I want to. I've played this game at least 10 times now. I think I might have won twice. One of the times I might have been on the cusp, got a rule wrong. But let's talk about what do I like about this game. First thing I like about this game is character development. Now in this game, you have a chance to be one of 4 characters, either male or female. They do the same thing, but it's not just that. When you develop your character, you can choose to develop over time specific weapons. You can go from bare hands to a knife or an axe or a club or a maul or a sword, but you have to do that by developing your character board using ability cards and kind of deciding what you want to grow and what you want to sacrifice to do it. So I like the fact that I can develop my character. Not only that, but with skills, I'll get a chance to do different skills. Maybe it's going to focus more on combat. Maybe it'll be focused more on being able to sneak past enemies. So being able to develop my character is really key to having a chance to win the game, especially in the later fights. So that's the first thing I like, is character development. Second thing I think is fun is the resource management. And you might think, resource management, can that really be fun? But in this game, you have all kinds of trackers that you're going to be going through. You're going to be tracking your cunning, you're gaining metal, gaining wood, managing your food, earning treasure, and then of course your fists, your toughness, your might. All those things you have to manage while also managing time and knowing that there's going to be some major boss creatures to fight in your journey. So that resource management goes through decision after decision. Every decision you make affects your resources in different ways, and it's just fun to try to kind of calculate what's going to happen now and what's going to happen 10 turns from now, or when my time does run out. So I like that resource management and how you have to really massage and balance it all together. The third one I like is the encounter decision. So in this game, there's a huge encounter deck, and every game you play, you might get through maybe half to 3/4 of the deck if you're lucky. If you're a thief, you might get through a little bit more, a sneak character. But either way, what happens is every turn you're going to be, or multiple times a turn, you're going to draw 2 cards and you're going to pick one of them that you want to do, knowing that you won't get the benefits of the other ever in the game, usually. And those benefits will be your resource management. You're going to be sacrificing time to gain metal or gain wood or gain food or gain combat skill, and just repetitive encounter decisions. And you're going to do that so many times in that game that you know that every decision you made eventually led to the point of whether you could win or lose. So I like that part of it. It does bring some fun because I find it fun when I get to control my fate. Even if I don't enjoy the fate that I end up with, I enjoy the fact that I was able to get myself there to begin with, and maybe it's something I can learn from. The third point is about replayability. And the reason this game is very replayable, even though it's a solo game, is because you can be multiple characters. You're going to encounter only 4 monsters out of the many, many monsters that you fight. In each game, you might fight a different combination of them. Each game, you're going to build your character with different skills, facing different encounters, and kind of going at it in different ways, maybe with different weapons. So very, very replayable, and that is very fun here. But the visual setup of it is really cool, where I've got my tracker boards, I've got my skills, I've got my reference cards that help me walk through it. I've got my monster section, my encounters. So visually, it really just stands out to me that this is my tableau. This is my setup. It's all in front of me, everything I need. And it can fit in a pretty small space. I mean, this is not a big table, but everything I need to do is right here. And visually, it just makes sense. So whatever Artem did to discover this setup, I think he did a fantastic job. And then the 5th one is, and it's going to sound odd again, it's not easy. It's very challenging to actually win a game of Unbroken. And what I mean by that is that every decision you make is going to be challenging and difficult. And you may only make it to the 3rd guy, or you might make it to the 4th guy and have no resources left and lose. And you might lose and lose and lose. Like I said, I've only won this game once legitimately, and once where I think I made a mistake or 2. And so to have a 20% win ratio is pretty tough in a game, but I think that's what makes it feel like you earned the win. So when you do get to that win, when you do defeat him, knowing that you followed every rule properly and you tracked every resource correctly in your time, that is a fun moment when you actually defeat that last 4th level character and you survive the dungeon that you all your basically your companions died in. You're a lone soldier trying to get through this, and you become unbroken because you made it out. And that to me is fun. So Unbroken, I find a lot of fun in this game, despite everything that happened behind the scenes. Artem designed a great game, and I think it's a lot of value in this little box. So hopefully you have some fun with this game if you ever get a chance to play it. And if you ever have any questions about it, feel free to throw a comment in there. I'll be happy to answer based on my experiences. Take care. Have fun.